We started the market structure. We talked about different market structure. But today we are going into details about market structure. So we're going to start with a perfect competition. Why do we call them perfect competition? We call them perfect competition because there's perfect knowledge, there's accurate information about the product, about the services in that market. In reality, there's no market that is perfect. Because whatever we buy, we don't even have information about the production process. You don't even know how to produce the uniform you put on.
True.
So how do you want to tell me that the market is perfect? So theoretically, we have a perfect market, but in practical, we don't have it. But we still need to talk about it because it allows us to understand that all the markets we have are not perfect. So without having a perfect structure in theory, we wouldn't know that the markets we have in reality are not perfect. So this is the yardstick we use in measuring how closer the markets are in terms of perfection. Does it make sense? We use perfect competition to understand how close are other markets to perfection. So we're going to start with the perfect competition. It's a market structure with large numbers of sellers selling homogeneous products. And when we talk about homogeneous products, we're simply talking about identical products, which simply means we are selling almost the same product with the same quality. And in the eyes of customers, they look the same. That's why we call them homogeneous products. I think the point is clear. So what are the features of perfect competition? The first one is the large numbers of buyers and sellers who have perfect knowledge of the market condition and the price charged. So it's a perfect market because customers and buyers, they have perfect knowledge about what happens within the market and the price that firms charge in the market. They have the perfect knowledge. That is it. The second one, no firm can influence the market price. So there's no how much more you can bid to the extent that you have the market power to influence the price. You can't. So all firms are treated equally as the same. Irrespective of how big or small you are. You can't still influence the market price. So that means there's no market power.
Yeah.
Do you understand? In terms of price charge.
So each firm has the same equal amount of market share.
They have the same knowledge, they charge the same price. So you cannot change your price. You don't have any power or ability to influence what the market price will be. Clear? The third one, there's complete freedom of entry and exit. So it simply means firms can as well start today and stop tomorrow. New firms can start tomorrow and end after tomorrow. Nobody can stop them from coming in or going out of the market. So there's no barriers to entry or exit from the market. You can't stop anybody, any firm from coming in, and there's no reason for you to think about leaving if you want to leave. If you want to leave, you can choose to leave at any point in time. That makes it the perfect market. Do we get it? And the last one, there's complete information about production, price, and process. Sometimes you might think you have a perfect knowledge. Now let's put it this way. There's knowledge which comes through information. Yes or no? So you could assume that you have the knowledge about the product, but there's asymmetric information. But with this, there's what? Symmetric information. So the knowledge you have, knowledge is being impacted. Yes or no? And it's true knowledge, it's true information, and we know that. But here, the point is that the knowledge that you have is the complete information. You can still have knowledge and still miss out on some information. Because you are restricted to the information you have. Maybe some information, there's information gap, you don't know. But here, the information that we're getting are complete information. So that means the knowledge you have is a perfect knowledge. Do you get it now? Great. So, because the market is a perfect market, it simply means in the short run, they make abnormal profit. In the short run, they make what? Abnormal or supernormal profit. How? Because in that market, they all have they have the same knowledge. All firms sell to the same customers. All firms sell at the same price. They have the same profit. But the point is, how much more profit you make is determined by your cost structure. So most of the firms in a perfect competition are almost trying to be efficient. So with efficiency, they'll be able to make supernormal profits. Does it make sense or not?
Yes.
The profit we are making in a perfect market is expected to be the same because it's a perfect market. So what if firm A has to make more profit than firm A in a perfect competition? It means firm A has what? A cost structure that is better than firm B. So how much profit you make is determined by your cost structure. Do you get it?
Yes.
So do you get it? So in a perfect competition, firms are likely to make supernormal profit if they are able to, find a way, be efficient to reduce their cost as less as possible, as lower as possible. So look at the short term of a perfect competition. In a perfect competition, we sell when the market price is equilibrium with demand and supply. This is the market price which the firms are selling. But because the firms are efficient enough, look at the cost structure, look at their average cost of production, and they are selling at this price. So selling at this price, they will still make what? Profit. Let's assume at this price, P0, they will still make profit. Or yes, they will still, okay, let's say selling at this price, they will still make profit because the average cost is still below it. But the firms are selling higher than that price. So this is supernormal profit. Do we get it or not?
Yes.
This is the market price that the firms are selling in the perfect competition. But in this market price, look at what the output is and the average cost of production is here. This is the average cost of production. This is the average cost of production. And the price they are selling at this. So look at the height of the profit they are making. That is supernormal profit. Because they can still sell even below it, still make profits. But they are selling higher than the normal profit that they could make. That makes it what? A supernormal profit. So that is in the short run. So it is possible for firms in a perfect competition to make supernormal profit in the short run. Then what happens in the long run? The supernormal profit becomes attractive. It becomes what? Attractive to other firms. It's a supernormal profit. Oh, firm A is making supernormal profit because we said it's a perfect competition. So everybody knows how much more you make. So, firm A is making supernormal profit. I have to start producing the same thing as firm A. So that makes what? The supply in the perfect market to increase. So supply converges from S to S1. Why? Because there's supernormal profit, which attracts more firms to come into the market. So as soon as more firms come into the market, the supply curve shifts right from S to S1. And what happens to price? Price is going to fall from P to what? To P1. Because the quantity in the market has increased from P to Q1. At that point in time, the marginal cost and the average cost is equal to the global price. So that means in the short term, firms will be making what? Normal profits.
Yeah, it makes sense because when too many firms enter a market,
The profit drops.
profit drops. Yeah.
And what really attracts them to that market is supernormal profit. But at this time, prices are falling below the MCAC. Do we get it?
Yes.
So in the long run, firms in the perfect competition will make what? Normal profits. And as time goes on, lack of profits will take a lot of firms out of the market.
It's a cycle, it's a whole cycle.
So as soon as more firms leave the market, it comes back again. Do we get it now?
Yes.
So in the short run, you have to put in mind that in the short run, firms in the perfect competition will make supernormal profit. And that supernormal profit attracts more firms to come into the market. And what happens in the market? Output increases because the supply curve will shift rightward.
Yes.
And as soon as the supply curve shifts rightward, price will fall because output has increased. So now they are going to sell where the MC is with the ATC. So that's the normal profit. Do we get it?
Yes.
Any question about perfect competition?
No.
Thank you.